Hey there, I'm Evan.
Oh, hey, we're ending with that. I'm Mark.
Were we not ending with that? I thought it was a good ending. We have a great ending, guys. You got to stick around all the way to the end because we tell Mark what to do with those knots in his stomach that he feels and you all feel too when you're afraid to make the big move.
What's that big deep breath for, Evan?
Mark just gave me some bad news. So
What? That's not bad news. All news is good news, isn't it?
If you think that's good news.
I could have kept it secret from you.
No, Jesus Christ. No. We gotta know, but we need a plan B. What's the plan B?
Listen, we were just talking about Evan's book, Built to Serve. You've got to get your copy right now. It's crazy how much it's changing lives, like on social, people posting about it. The readers group that you gave me access to, it is insane.
It's hard to keep up, eh?
It's really cool. But I was just telling Evan how right now it's not that we're not selling books. It's just costing too much money to sell books. And we're trying to give these books away for free so it doesn't cost us, so we don't lose money, but we're not in the business of losing money.
Well, it's not quite free.
Well, I mean, listen, here, at the end of the day, it costs money for people to get it, but we're taking that money and it's not like it's profitable for you. Like,
yeah, sure.
Your goal isn't to make profit off of selling books. Your goal is to get as many books in as many hands as possible.
Yep.
And right now we're losing money to do it. So that's
great.
That just
so we need to fix it.
Continue.
We need a plan B. Is this the Evans book marketing podcast episode or
No.
Oh, that's just the intro.
I just wanted to get it. Yeah, because Evan started with a that's why.
Oh, okay. Well, until we get plan B ready to go, what's plan B?
We're already on plan B. We're going to plan C next.
Oh, are we? No. Plan Listen, we need
plan E, plan F. How's it going, man? I haven't talked to you in a week. Normally, you and I talk together at least 2 podcasts a week, and then there's lots of back and forth and hustle and talking. You have given me the cold shoulder for a week.
Oh, so okay. Yeah.
We haven't connected. How's it going, man?
Good. I think I have my allergies back. It's not good.
Don't you get shots?
Yeah, but I'm not taking them right now because of COVID. So my doctor shut down. And even if she was, I don't want to be going to a doctor's office. It's not.
We had a friend who has a bit of a heart condition, and on Monday believed that she had a mild heart attack, so had to go to the hospital, which is kind of scary right now. And at the same time, she said the place was completely empty. There was no one there.
Oh, yeah?
No one there. Yeah.
Is she okay?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, okay.
And
good.
tough string of luck, because the same friend, her son was, because they're not in school, he was riding his quad, his 4-wheeler, and was riding a little too quick. And a week and a half ago, rolled it over himself and shattered his elbow. Had to go to sick kids, put a pin in it, emergency surgery, all this stuff. Wow. So yeah, they've been in and out of the, like, what do they say? Like everything comes in threes, I guess. Bad luck. You believe in that?
That's pretty. Some people complain about sending emails. Other people have real issues to deal with.
Nobody's complaining about sending emails. Nobody's complaining. I got a really nice note from Suki. She listened to our podcast when it came out. We ended last podcast by talking about the 50 emails that I was going to send out.
Oh, great.
And she's like, Mark, something like, I know you've got this. This is amazing. I can't wait to hear about it. And I was like, oh my goodness, you sound like Evan now. Everybody's on me about these 50 emails now.
No. Nobody sounds like me.
On me. Evan, anytime I tried to say, hey man, I hope you're being safe, your response is 50. What? 50 emails. Where are the 50 emails? 50 emails.
Wait, no, that's not right. Who do we all sound like?
Evan.
Nope.
Mark.
Yes.
Future Mark.
Exactly.
2023. Mark 2023 is going, Mark 2020, send those emails. Let's go.
You have found the way in the future to go back in time through your friends who are all telling you the same thing so that you will move faster and listen, because 2023 Mark is still disappointed. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, quick update. I sent the 50 emails. Man, it's a lot of work. It is.
You're fine.
I think I spent, let me think here.
You're fine, Mark. You're fine.
28 hours collectively.
It's too long.
Researching. So finding, researching, getting, you know how hard it is to find the CEO's name and then their direct emails.
You're fine, Mark.
Yeah.
What are you complaining about?
Yeah.
Send this to your friend whose kid is in the hospital and mother had a heart attack or whatever.
No. Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
I
You're
know.
fine.
First world problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last night, like obviously we're all dealing with this stuff, but last night I was like, I felt proud of myself for completing this. I went for a nice jog. We were having a good dinner. I was really wiped and tired. And so we went around the table and asked each of the kids, what's one thing you're really grateful for being home?
Okay. Uh-huh.
And it's just a good thing. It's just a good exercise, to hear each person's perspective. There's always things to complain about. There's always losses that you can see because things are getting taken away from you. But at the same time, we talked about this last week too. There's wins. There's wins all around. If Gary Vee talks about that, right? He won't complain about stuff because he knows that life can get a lot worse. He thinks about the death of his loved ones, and that motivates him not to complain. Anyway, that's me. How you doing, Evan?
I got allergies. I'm working through it. It's the best.
Nothing to complain about, right?
Nope.
Cool. How's Nina doing?
Nina, Mark wants to know how you're doing. I'm great. Wow, great.
Awesome.
That's good. I was expecting good. I like the great answer.
She's great.
She's great. She's great. We love you. Me more than Mark, but we both love you in different ways. Okay, keep going.
Earlier this week, or maybe it was last week, I posted on Instagram a poll as to what I should do with my hair. Because
did you? I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's cool. It was a story. But here's the thing.
It's a story. Okay.
Here's the thing. My hair is getting a little bit out of control. And so I
like the here's the thing. The here's the thing is your thing.
Here's the thing?
Yeah, you should.
Here's the thing. Do I say that? The other thing I say a lot of apparently is it is what it is. And Louis hates that. Louis hates it.
Yeah, I hate that too. It is what it is. I'm with you, Louis. If he's listening.
Of course he's listening. He listens and takes notes.
Here's the thing is great. It is what it is not.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Evan.
Yeah.
My hair is getting out of control. And so I gave 3 options. I could wear a hat, right? We got these great Fanta hats somewhere. I could shave my head, or I could just let it go. What do you think Instagram suggested that I would do?
I don't care.
Wow. You're not even playing along. Okay. Anyway, that's cool. What do you want to talk about this week then, Evan?
I don't know. You're the host. I just show up.
How's your IG? How's your Twitch stream game going since you dropped me and won't do a Q&A?
Oh, we got promoted. It's great. Yeah, Silver 3. We're doing it. We're climbing. So I had to stop doing my IG. My coach is not happy that I'm getting distracted, so I got to focus on winning my games. Mm-hmm. And we went on this crazy win streak instead of winning games. So,
wow. So instead of if everyone's wondering what happened to the weekly Q&As with Evan and Mark, Evan dropped me, and then I said, "Hey, well, what's another time in our schedule we're going to do it?" No response, other than 50 emails. So
it's a better response.
You even canceled this episode.
You're welcome.
You canceled it. You said, "Mark, we're not doing any more podcasts together until you send those emails."
You're welcome. I also had to try to get Louie and I were trying to figure out how to lock you out of your CRM.
Out of the CRM? I sent everything through the CRM.
No, out of your, I don't know. We're trying to lock you out of everything, out of your website.
Yeah, great.
He doesn't have high enough access, what we found out, but we were trying to lock you out of everything. That was our day on Monday.
That was your day. I'm glad that you guys focused time and energy on trying to lock me out of my own business. Exactly. Because it's actually the best use of everybody's time. The best use of time.
Trying to lock Mark.
Use of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we got momentum. I sent the emails. I started sending follow-ups this morning for some that I sent earlier in the week. Have 3 meetings set up for next week already.
Nice. So, meetings or calls? For Zooms? What are you doing?
Calls.
Google
for those who will jump on Google Hangout, and calls for those who won't. Now, the most traction I'm getting right now are from people who know us and have worked with us in the past.
Of course. But did any of the 50, or are they one of the 3?
Are any of the 51 are the 3? Yeah. The 50 are rolled into that.
Nice.
So there were 41 new people. And
only 41 new people?
41 new people. And
the 9 doesn't count.
Well, but I did more than 50, so ta-da.
Brutal. Wow. Disappointment.
No, you can't be disappointed.
Guys. I am very disappointed.
You can't be disappointed.
50 new.
Now you're just getting nickel and dimey.
That was always a thing. It wasn't
because these aren't people that even the past clients, for like one of them I haven't worked with for 7 years. So it certainly is reestablishing a relationship and other things. Yes.
Whatever.
Yes. Anyway, you just show up and you say mush. So what do we want to talk about this week, Evan? I didn't have time to prepare because you canceled this podcast. You canceled it on me. You said we're not doing it. And then a
You're
little bit
welcome.
earlier you went, are we doing it? So I don't want to talk about COVID anymore. I'm so tired of talking about it.
Okay.
The biggest thing that I had this morning when I was walking into my office here was I was thinking about the fact that Gary posted something yesterday about having really big, scary goals.
Okay.
We've always talked about really big, scary goals. I know the type of company I want. I know that everyone who's listening has the idea or the dream of what they want to build.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start working towards it. And then you often find yourself in the exact same place. So I wanted to build a really big company. I still want to build a really big company. Last year in May, we had 22 people on staff. We're back down to 8 people. So it's not that it feels like we're going back, because we're not going back, but it still feels like I've been at this 14 years. The limiting self-belief of like, I don't know if I could have that 40-person team or that 80-person team or that 120-person team. Other people have done it faster than me and they've done it differently than me. I start to wonder whether it's my own mindset that is keeping me cycling year after year. Evan's nodding. Year after year after year like this, because I'm running a 10 or 20 person company the way that I run a 10 or 20 person company, the way I've always run a 10 or 20 person company. And now, like this morning, I was sitting there thinking, I want to do more. How do I reboot? How do I shortcut this? How do I not do the things that I do to find myself running a year or two from now another 10 to 20 person company? Because this is obviously my comfort zone. I've been here for a very long time.
This is why the world was conspiring to help you, and your COO was working to lock you out of your own system. It's a fairly simple path forward.
I know. Revenue is the answer, right?
What?
Money cures all problems. Increase
revenue.
revenue. You can increase team. You increase your abilities, yada, yada, yada.
So go do it. Send more emails, follow up, make the
No,
calls.
I'm saying, is that what you were going to say the answer is? Because I have a feeling that it must be something.
No, it is. Like the path forward is fairly simple to execute.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 2 weeks of inaction and with crazy pushing, and the only thing that actually made it happen was saying, I'm going to cancel this podcast until you do 50. And then ta-da, the next day, 50, we're done. That gap is the problem. It's 2 weeks.
Eight full hours yesterday, nonstop.
Great. But you had 8 hours over the course of those 2 weeks. Easy.
No, I mean, those 8 hours of nonstop only got me, I think 32. How many days have I done? 16, 32.
You're still looking at the wrong thing. Like that could be faster. You can bring on somebody to help you with the research. You're spending too much time on each person, period. But that's the slowness I'm not as worried about. The slowness can be fixed. The slowness of like, I'm not going to do anything until I have Alex do a comp analysis on the like, is ridiculous.
I got eliminated last week.
Yeah, but that's still the problem of the mindset shift is all of the excuses that came in the way of you just sending out the email.
So here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that if I was going to take up someone's time, that one, I can actually drive
already
value
you're losing.
No, I'm telling you what I wanted to do.
I'm saying that
and it shifted. It shifted. I wanted to make sure that I was reaching out to people that I could help. So if they said, Mark, let's meet, I'm not scrambling to try and make something up later, that there is actually a fit there, that it is good, that I could help them, that I could drive value, that I could figure it out. So that was last week. That got eliminated. As soon as on what was March 30th? Whatever, March 30th, as soon as I started sending out those emails, and I think I texted you to say that I've sent them out, there was no like the bubble, the fear of like, am I going to do this? Should I push send? As soon as 3 of them went out, there was no more fear anymore. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm doing this. Here we go. It just became more of finding the right people. So that way, again, they're a good fit. I know we could drive value. I know we could help them. Like every single person that I reached out to, I sincerely and honestly believe that just having a conversation with me will make them better, make the companies better and make them better. But I looked at 300 other companies that I'm not convinced of. And so I didn't want to waste their time or reach out to them.
That's the problem. No, because you'll figure out more by just hopping on a call with them and spending 10 minutes with them. Whether you can, I'm not even concerned about whether you can bring them value. I'm more concerned of, do they have the budget and are they ready to work with you? Mm-hmm. You need to default to thinking, I can bring this person value. It's not a question of, can I bring value? Of course I'm going to bring value. Can we work together? I don't know. And you won't know that till you hop on a call. So spending 45 minutes researching one company to see if they're a fit or not, versus actually just sending an email and then hopping on a 15-minute call, you can go through 3 times faster.
Sure, I'll get there.
But you asked, what's the mindset shift? That's it.
Okay.
That I can bring them value. You default to thinking, any business that I'm looking at, I can bring them value. I can help them. Whether they're a fit with budget, with values, with vibe, you won't know that by spending an hour on their website.
I hear you on that.
So you hop on a call.
I don't default to that. Like
dude, that's why I'm telling you this.
So here's the story. I had a conversation this morning with Alex.
I get it.
No,
I don't need the story. We already understand.
Here's the thing, Evan.
You need to focus there.
So this is a good story. Can I just?
We're gonna end up at the same spot 7 minutes later after your story. No, I don't want to hear your story. Bonus footage after. Mark can share his story. I get it. You don't feel like you can bring value to so that's the thing that needs to change.
I'm biting my tongue.
You're okay. We're going to end up in the same spot, Mark. So that's the mindset shift that has to make. It started off with you not even want to research and do the emails. And then it became, well, I'll only send the emails out to people who are like, fit this tiny little criteria that I feel comfortable about. But that takes way too long to get any kind of sense of direction on. I went through this with Jeremy too. It's like, dude, you can bring anybody. You can help anybody because I can help anybody. Bring me anybody. Give me anybody. I can help their channel grow. And he's worried, like, I don't know if I'm going to still have something in 2 weeks. If I'm on a call with them every 2 weeks, so I'm going to run out of things to say. No, you won't. I can always find something. I'll help you. We'll always find something. You can help anybody. And the people who you're targeting aren't even that sophisticated. But even the most sophisticated person, you'll find something. And the scramble to find something, I think, is actually good. The scramble to find something, like if you walked into somebody's campaign, like, oh my God, these guys are actually better than us, you'll find something. Their branding, their positioning, their strategy, there's definitely something in there. For sure. Just know it.
It's just a question of whether fixing it is actually going to drive the amount of value that we want to drive or not.
But that's where being on the call and talking to them is the way that you find out, more than doing a research on their website and what they're posting on Instagram or whatever you're spending an hour looking at each company doing.
More than an hour. I got
too long.
Got through like 32 in 8 hours.
Too long. That's ridiculous. Way too long.
It was finding the company, finding the CEO's name, finding their email address, and then sending all the emails, of course.
It's all way too long. Now you can have somebody help you. Like, here's a company, go find me the CEO. Here's how I did it. I looked up.
Yeah, I have a process now.
Great. But that's teachable. That shouldn't be you doing it.
Super sleuth now. I'm super sleuth to find these people.
Great. Now you hire somebody for $5 an hour to go and fill out. You give them a list and they go and find the CEO's email address. There's some time to that, but that's not worth your time going off and doing. So you just make it faster. But
here's the, I guess.
Here's the thing.
No, I'm not going to say that. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Evan. No.
But this is it.
Now I'm going to notice that I say it all the time.
I think it's good.
I remember taking out for lunch this guy who ran this really large independent agency. Large in Canadian standards for independent. I don't know what they had, 200 staff or something, $30 million. And when they started their agency in the mid-90s, they just started an agency. It was like, it started with 3 people. By the end of the year, they were at 18. By the end of year 2, they had sold this stuff and they had 45 people. By the end of year 3, they were at 100 people. Like, it's just like growth, because they set out to start an agency. They set out to start a really big company. Software companies are like this too, right? Like, they know that they only have 14 people right now, but that they're going to be 30, and then they're going to be 80, and then they're going to be 100, and then they're going to be 300, whatever it is.
And
a lot of us get stuck in, like, we didn't set out to build this thing. We set out to do this thing, and we want to grow, but then we get stuck at the level that we're at. And this happens with people's incomes, right? I think I'm worth $80,000 a year. So I earn $80,000 a year, even though I want $300,000 a year, or $500,000 a year. You think you earn, so you're never going to hit $5 million a year. Like, you get stuck at these levels.
Gee,
how do we break
we just did.
through those?
We just did. You have a plan. You know what you want to build. We've created the idea.
I just don't know or believe that I can make it happen.
Awesome. And go.
So is this a thinking issue or a doing issue? Like, do I
both.
Just think the wrong thing, or do I do the wrong thing?
It's mostly a thinking issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it's a doing issue. Okay.
No, you didn't think that it was valuable enough. I'm sending you, hey, how's the 50 doing? Oh, I have to go see my grandfather. Okay, great. Did you come home and do an hour of it? No. We were supposed to do our 1.5 to 2 hour live stream together on IG Live on Monday. Mm-hmm. And I canceled it. Mm-hmm. Great. How did you use that time? Not doing emails and research and sending stuff. You had magic time free up in your calendar and thinking about other stuff. You didn't prioritize it. You didn't think it was either important enough, or you're afraid to do it, or you didn't think you could bring them value. Blah, 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 whatever is in your head. That's the problem. The doing could be faster, right? The doing is, I need to get somebody to help me with this. But the thinking is still, I'm not doing it. And then once you're doing it, like, I'm only going to do it if it's giving enough value and I'm 100% sure. And that's all thinking stuff. You're thinking the wrong way, and everybody is trying to strangle you to force you to do something bigger.
And what does our audience members do when they face this in every aspect of their life, which we do, and they don't have Evan to come along and just be like super harsh on them, like make them even question whether they're still friends or not anymore.
The cut off access. If you don't have a human who can do it for you, then you have the things that remind you. Like, how do I do it? Well, I do it. Even last night, dude. Last night, I'm watching a video of an entrepreneur who's come up in the scene, and I'm like, man, that guy, really? Come on, like, I should be crushing this guy. And then I look at my stuff, and I didn't sleep last night. Normally go to bed at 10. So getting ready for 10. I told him I'm not going to sleep. My brain is too wired. He's like, oh, like, have a shower, I'll give you a massage. Like, no. Like, I gotta.
Did you go make some videos? Did you make some videos?
No, it still comes down to, like, I need to execute the plan, right? So part of the problem is, sure, you can blame Corona and whatever, but my main channel has to do better. My sub channels have to do better. My marketing has to do better. My book has to do better. My momentum, my movement makers group has to do better. And a lot of it is just doing more of what I'm doing, but it's the extra push and the extra drive. And it's not to knock this person. I'm pumped for his success. It's to knock myself, to say, I need to be moving faster. Like, what is wrong? Where is the momentum missing? That I need to be growing. I think I'm capable of growing faster. I default to stick to my plan. I've got a plan, is what we're doing. So I think for people who don't have somebody pushing them, the belief that it's possible, right, is the starting point. I believe that it's possible. I look at these guys like, I can do it. We're not doing it. So what makes me think I can do it when we're not doing it to the level that I want to be at? I don't know. I believe that it's possible. So I got to figure out better the mechanics of how to actually go off and do it. So that became an hour of my night, and then.
And what are you doing? Like, you're writing a bullet list. You're writing a task. You're just jotting down ideas.
Here's how it is. So I'm telling Nina, right? I'm watching this doc as I'm, like, washing the dishes, and normally, normally watching videos, like if it's Philip DeFranco or whatever, it's just ideas, whatever, great, like up to date, not anything that keeps me awake. But I start watching this doc, and like, oh, come on, really? Like, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. So I take the dogs out, come back up, and it's like, nah, I'm not going to sleep for a while. I know it. So I tell Nina, and she's like, I'm really sorry that you can't sleep. Like, no, I'm pumped. Like, something great always comes from this. The frustration leads to amazing things. Like, this is going to be fantastic. I'm excited. And I don't even know what I'm going to go work on, except for the fact that I have to go work on something. So, I say goodnight to Nina and tuck her into bed, and then come to my office. It's like, what do I do? I'm frustrated. I got this energy. What do I do? How do I make things go? And then it comes down to, still evaluating your plan and what you're working on. And not much actually changed. Just I was driving all the projects forward. I would have been on you if we were talking with a nice midnight email. Like, come on, how are we doing on the book? How do we get right? And so it still comes down to defaulting to what am I best at and where am I going to focus? It doesn't make sense for me to take over marketing things. I still need Mark to get better and build his company so that I can build my company. I still need my team, because it's easy to say, I'm going to do more. I'm going to go in and edit my next video. I wouldn't do that. I'm going to go in and research the next video, right? It's about focusing what I'm great at and leveling up my team. Still, it always still comes back down to that, but with more urgency, pushing the screws, or screwing the screws in a little bit tighter. And then when we're launching a new channel with music to put you to sleep, I've always wanted to do this, but music doesn't put me to sleep. I have to sleep with quiet. I can't handle. I've been trying for the past couple of months, off and on, putting on YouTube videos that say help you sleep, and it always just keeps me awake. But I know for other people, it helps put them to sleep. So we're starting a new series for music to put you to sleep. And we just finished our first one. It's unlisted. You can't find it anywhere yet, but it's coming out. And I actually put it on while I was working. Like, oh, I'm starting to get a little bit tired.
And it helped?
It helped. I think it helps in the wind down. It's in the wind down. Mark's cleaning up his junk. In the wind down, it helped me
to pick up all the dishes.
It helps me in the wind down, but not actually like lying in bed. I don't want anything on. So it starts with the belief. Like, what your problem is in the belief.
Of course.
It's in the belief that it's possible.
The world's biggest problem is a lack of belief in yourself.
It's a lack of belief.
Others.
So you need to have things around you that make you believe in yourself. And the strategy with Mark was more acute in that I don't care if he believes in himself. He's going to believe in himself by doing. I told this to Louis on Monday. Like, it's like, as soon as he hops on a call with one of these people, he's going to be totally fine and then freak out that, oh my God, I was worried about this. He just needs to get on a super call with one of these guys. And it will be. So you just have to put the screws to Mark and say, go and do this. And that 2 weeks is not acceptable. For anybody listening, what makes you believe more in yourself and have that around you? Because that's the action that Mark needs to take if he believed in himself. So you're not happy with that? You don't know where to take it?
No, it didn't make me believe in myself during the process. It made me question, why the hell was I doing this?
No. Hold on. That's not true. No. You were worried about it. And then you sent the 3 emails out and then you weren't so worried about it.
Yes.
Yeah. In the doing, you were fine.
Yes.
Now, as you get on your first call with whoever and you realize, I don't know. I mean, I spent 18 hours researching this one company and looking at their entire marketing campaign and blah, 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 and I'm uncertain, but they're 95%. And then you get on the call and you just blow their face off. And you might have to say no because they don't have the budget, the timing or whatever. You're like, man, I was worried about that. And in the doing, in the friend pushing you out of the airplane, you realize that, oh, I could do that. It wasn't so bad. Yeah, it's faster. It's faster to do it with somebody. It's faster to get pushed into something than for you to get there on your own. But your question was, how do I do it if there's nobody there pushing me? You surround yourself with the things that make you feel bold, inspired, and motivated and believe. It's just
Jack,
slower.
I was telling Jack the other day about you canceling the podcast and all of this stuff. And she's like, holy smokes, Mark, you surround yourself with people who are very strong personalities and bossy. And I was like, yep, I need, the reason I like the gym that I was going to is because they just yell at me and tell me what to do. And Evan can yell at me and tell me what to do. And Louis can say, Mark, what the hell are you doing? And my wife certainly yells at me and tells me what to do. I think I perform very well when being yelled at.
Okay, great. But I wasn't yelling at you.
Uh, you were pretty harsh. I even texted you like, wow, you're being really hard. I used the word.
It wasn't me.
It was mean. Yeah.
No, it wasn't mean. It was mean and it was harsh and it was yelling.
Harsh. Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Oh yeah, it was Mark. It was future Mark.
It was future Mark. Yeah, exactly. It's future Mark.
Perfect.
It's true. That's all it is. It's future Mark. You think I want to cancel the podcast? You think I want to not have updates on my book? I'm hurting my own business.
Listen, man.
Because I got infected with future Mark and got disgusted, campaign. So I have to do something.
I've been checking your campaign every other day. I think even Monday I texted you updates about it, didn't I? Yes, I did. I gave you some next steps that I wanted to do, and you were all like, whatever, 50.
Exactly. I'm hurting my own business because I got infected by 2023 Mark to say, listen, Evan, put your thing aside for now. I need you to do this. So it wasn't me being mean, yelling, or harsh. It was you. What would you actually go, like imagine you going back to Mark, whatever, 78 pounds overweight or whatever you used to be.
I've gained, I was telling Jack, I got on the scale the other day. I've gained 4 pounds since COVID started. So
think back to Mark at Mastermind where he said, I'm either fat and happy or I'm thinner, which wasn't thinner, and unhappy.
Yeah.
And what year was that?
I was thinner at one point. I was
what year was that?
200. I'm like 193 right now.
Okay.
So
what year was that?
What year was that? Like maybe 2017, maybe?
Great. I like the 3 years. So 2017. So 2020 Mark's going to go back to 2017 Mark.
Yeah.
And talk to him. And he's going to say, don't worry, man. In 3 years, you'll get it.
I still don't believe it though.
What do you mean? You're there. You dropped 50 pounds. How much did you lose?
At my most, I dropped 50 pounds, but I'm up 10 pounds from that. So I guess I'm 40 pounds down now.
Awesome.
See, part of me is still like, part of me knows that if I just did the right things, I would see tremendous results. And then the other part of me goes,
okay, but Mark,
maybe I can't do it. Maybe I can't do it. Part of me knows that if I just focus on sales, I'll see tremendous results. Part of me goes, I can't do it. If I focus on team, if I focus on this, if I focus on that, of course. All us non-Evan people experience this.
No, it's not. It's never ending. That's always going to be there. Mm-hmm. You slay bigger dragons. Mm-hmm. You've gone through something that 2017 Mark would have said is not possible. So now you have a chance for 5 minutes to go back in time and talk to 2017 Mark.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
What am I going to do? I don't know. What should I say?
What are you going to do to make Mark?
All I would have to do is just show up and be like, hey, and then I would look at myself and be like, oh, I can get there. Okay, cool. Bubble bursted, bubble popped.
Great.
Like,
okay.
Okay, it is possible. Obviously it's possible because I'm looking at myself now.
So what if it's a phone call? You're talking to 2017 Mark. And Mark said, hey, Mark, this is Mark from 2020. Yeah. Listen, all these benefits, you want to see your future kids, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Hey, listen, 2020 Mark, I hear you, but I'm either fat and happy or I'm depressed and skinny.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Just start. I don't know. I don't have great words of wisdom for old Mark. I'm not good at these kind of things. Like when people go like, hey, what advice would you give yourself if you blah, 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 yada, yada. I was like, I don't know, man. Like it was really complicated. The path to get me here was a lot of left and rights and turns and bumps and ups and downs. And Evan saying, read this guy and do this thing. And you're like, I don't know. I had to hit the point where I was getting my hair cut before vacation and I was looking at myself in the mirror as they were cutting my hair. I used to have glasses. I don't know if you remember. I used to have glasses. Mm-hmm. I couldn't see anything because you take your glasses off and literally I couldn't read a book. My eyes were so bad I couldn't read a book. So every time I get my hair cut, I take my glasses off and I never really had to look at myself. Pictures, of course, I didn't like them, but the angles, you can blame the camera and this and that. But I got laser eye surgery. And then I was gaining weight and I was sitting in the mirror watching them cut my hair. And I was looking at my cheeks and how puffy my eyes were and everything. And I was just like, whoa, that's like really, I'm not happy with myself. And then we went on vacation. We took photos there. And I was like, I don't feel good. I don't look good. That was the start. The start was feeling so about yourself that you're like, I just can't do this anymore.
And if you want to create something great in a short amount of time, you lean in on the pain that it's causing you and will cause you more than I would love to go off and do this thing. So if Mark 2020 only had 5 minutes to talk on the phone with Mark 2017, you would inflict as much pain as possible to push him to actually make something happen. If you wanted to make something happen, you're gonna be frustrated with 2017 Mark and his mindset and how slow he's thinking and how he doesn't believe things are possible.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all 2023 Mark was doing through his friends, through 2020 Mark's friends.
Okay. So, you know, I'm still wearing this wristband from Tony Robbins because I said that I would not. I was saying this to Silas last night. He's like, why are you still wearing that thing from last July? And it's like, I said I wouldn't take it off until I hit my target weight, which I came half a pound to. And then I started gaining muscle mass and got less strict on my diet and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, or I gave myself a second out if I hit a 13% body mass, or percentage body fat, which is still a very aggressive goal as well. Yeah. Deep down, it's just like, maybe I got lucky. Maybe I can't, maybe no amount of dieting. Maybe I don't have it,
Okay, great. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
See, isn't that a good line? Isn't that a great line? Good transition.
This is still Mark 2023.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Mark. You still believe that. Maybe you got lucky.
Yeah.
But you believe it a little bit less than 2017 Mark.
Well, 2017 Mark didn't think anything was possible.
See?
So
you're measuring the lack of belief as opposed to measuring the progress in belief.
Say that again.
You're measuring your lack of belief, saying, I believe I got lucky, as opposed to measuring the progress in the belief. Because 2017 Mark didn't believe it at all. 2020 Mark is just saying, maybe I got lucky. That's progress. Even though you're not proud of where you are right now, it's massive progress over where you were.
Okay. And so the same 2020 Mark this morning is walking to my office and going, we're down to 8 people, but we're scrappy, which is awesome. We're hustling super fast, which is awesome. I did these emails and some clients just called me up this week, dropped into my lap, which is awesome. But I go, maybe I can't, I'm very comfortable running the company size that we run, the way we run it and this and that. But, maybe we can't be the 10 or 20 or $30 million company. Maybe we can't do this or that. Maybe we can't. It's the exact same thing.
Great. So, and 2023 Mark wants to come and like body slam you into the floor. It's like, why are we still believing this?
Right.
So, it took me 3 years to get out of this?
I got to make it so painful for myself that I just take the action anyway.
That's the path to faster action. That's when you say it's harsh. It's not mean. It's harsh.
You were getting mean.
No, it wasn't mean. What was mean?
Because you bring everything that you have to the conversations you have.
Okay.
People can't help but feel special and loved and like you care when you're focused on them.
Yeah. And then
when you're not focused on them,
you feel the cold. Yeah.
It's cool. No, it's cool. You're in the cold. You're in the dark or whatever. That's fine. Your light is busy shining anywhere. When you are proactively trying to be as distant, direct, and mean as possible.
No, it wasn't mean. It's all love. It's like I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like next level.
Listen, nobody has loved you so much this year as what just happened in the past 2 weeks.
Thank you, Evan.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Yeah.
To the detriment of my own business. Because
I was trying to send you on Monday. I was trying to send you like, hey, here's next level strategy we should do. We should do this.
Nope.
You wouldn't even listen to it.
How's the 50?
Yep.
Yeah. That's not mean. That's love.
That's love.
That's love from 2023.
So what's 2023 Evan body slamming 2020 Evan for?
If I had a specific, I'd be doing it. I don't know. I mean, it'll still all come down to a lack of belief in the next thing, but what is the action that I need to take? There's nothing that I feel like I should be doing that I'm not doing.
Just maybe not executing at the level that you need to execute at.
So I look at the funnel that we just built, right? It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had awesome time with Dean and Brendan. They broke it down. They told me their model. We're applying it. I'm super pumped about the book. Like, the book is insane. I just had my second, I don't know what to call it, presentation, webinar, whatever, hangout in our Movement Makers group. Insane
sessions on the landing page, just so you know.
Oh, insane value. Like, I get out, everybody's on fire, pumped. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's amazing. I love it so much. It's so fantastic in there. And I know I can do it. There's something in the execution that is not working yet, whether that's on the marketing side, whether that's on the advertising side, whether that's on the branding side. I don't know, but I can hang with them and I can deliver insane value. And I'm super proud of everything that I've created. I know it can help. And I believe that. But then what are the steps to get to the next thing? I don't know. I mean, we're trying to do it, but even the news just before we started this is like, oh, we had to turn off some of the campaigns because it's not working. Okay, great. But so what's the next? I want to aggressively go after the next thing, whatever that is. And maybe that works, maybe that doesn't. I don't know. But I don't know what the next thing is that I have believed, like, this is going to be the thing. This model didn't even exist before I went to Puerto Rico, right? And then Brendan said, do this. Great. I believe you. Go. So we're building it, but it's just small compared to what I feel it should be. And if I knew the step underneath it, I would do it. There's very rare that I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I have moments of hesitation before going on stage or before filming videos or whatever, but it's not sitting there for days or weeks, sitting on something that I know I need to do. So hopefully 2023, Evan comes back and yells at me and says, hey, do this. Like, yes, sir, let's go. Gives me the strategy, the tactics.
Future you. This is just, I know this doesn't make for great podcasting. It just makes me very reflective and contemplative. So I need these long pauses just to think about, like, I don't know.
Future you, awesome. You love uncomfortable. Future you is pissed that you're taking too long to work through this stuff. Future you is pissed that you need to go off and make those emails, and without your friends rallying to save you, would have taken you 4 months to do it. Maybe.
I don't know. Like,
or he maybe wouldn't have done it at all.
I don't think so. Yesterday when I was halfway through it, I was like, this is silly. This is not the path to the answer. This is something I'm doing because you challenged me to do it, because you said I should do it. I'm going to do it so that way I can say, yes, I did it. It was hard and I did it anyway, but I'm still not certain it's the path. So
it's the best path you got. You're an expert at handling, like, now it's just the Mark Drager defensiveness coming in.
I'm just telling you what my inner monologue was. Oh,
I'm telling you, your inner monologue is often default to defensiveness.
Because if you want to read my story in Built to Serve, which is there, I can't help. Part of why I'm a perfectionist, part of why I'm defensive, is I can't help but not feel like I should have known, I could have known, it should have been better.
Yeah. And
Jack and I talk about this all the time. It just comes down to, like, not being good enough. Just not being good enough.
And 2023 Mark wants you to move through it faster.
2023 Mark still doesn't feel good enough. If you're telling me that this is the feeling that I get to carry with me for the rest of my life,
yep.
Yay.
2026
Awesome.
Mark is telling
Thanks so
2023 Mark, no, you want it. That's great. That's a driver forward. But that is a great internal signal, whether you feel that in your body because you're shaking or you're sweating, or there's a soundtrack playing in your head. That's the game. This is the whole thing right here. Whenever you feel that, that I'm not good enough? How do you feel it? Can you catch your thoughts? Are you shaking? Are you,
It's like deep, wrenching anxiety and worry.
but how does that manifest? How do you feel it? Is your heart beating? Are you sweating?
Usually like nodding in the stomach.
Great. Not in the stomach from 2020 on means go time. Yep.
Okay.
That's what it means. Mark Drager is no longer going to run away from the things that cause him nodding in the stomach. He's going to run right through them. That's the only difference. Is this the right path for me or not, sending out these emails? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. But what are you doing as an alternative?
I was working on building
Stuff that you've already
funnel.
done. You're working on
Marketing
doing all the
funnel.
stuff that you've already done that's kept you exactly where you are. So, hey, how about we try this? And if I invest 14 hours on one thing and it ends up being a total waste of time, I learned. Great. But the alternative is me just doing exactly what I've already done and getting the results I've already gotten, not playing a bigger game. So before I prejudge it and say this is stupid, how about let's see what the results are?
Listen, this might be reality. I might sound like a complete idiot for saying this out loud, but I'm just tired of feeling the same feelings all the time. And I don't look forward to the thought of having to feel the same feelings for the rest of my life. When we go like, hey, you feel really insecure at this stage and then you crack through, and then you feel insecure at this stage and then crack through, and like, hey, you don't feel good enough here. Hey, you have fear of failure there. Hey, you're worried that you'll disappoint people. Oh gosh, like.
Great. Then just photocopy your same day over and over again, Mark.
Don't you ever feel that? Don't you get tired of being like, great, I've seen this before. I know what this feeling's like.
I had it last night thinking I'm not good enough. I should be further ahead. And instantly it's teaching yourself that's a great feeling. When my wife tells me I'm sorry, like, no, I'm excited. Let's go. Like this isn't just a mental trick. Something great's going to come from this. This sense of urgency is going to create something amazing. And I don't even know what I'm walking to my office thinking, I don't even know what I'm going to do right now, but I'm going to make something happen. That knot in your stomach, you want to be there. When it's not there, you're going to miss it. It's a sign you're doing the right thing.
I have it now.
Great. You're doing the right thing.
It's very uncomfortable. Not in my stomach right now.
Great.
Hunger pains feel a lot like anxiety pains. I don't know for anyone.
You lead it through the positive, which happens a lot with people, right? You think big, be bold, say yes. There's all the positive side, but those things are a result of feeling
yes,
anxiety.
Yeah,
uncertainty,
I don't think
knots in your stomach.
I'm not bold, and my instant reaction to almost everything, which drives my wife crazy, is no. Do you want to go do this? No, I don't want to go do that. And then later I think about it and I'm like, oh, you know what? That sounds fun. Okay. By that point, I've already made her angry and upset and all of that stuff.
Great.
Evan says, Mark, go do this. And I go, no, I can't do that. Here's all the reasons why I can't do that. And then later I'm like, oh, I went ahead and did it because it wasn't actually, I realized you were right. I'm just going to do it.
Don't judge. You figure it out more by just doing it. It's an idea. When you tell me do an ad on whatever. Okay, great. Let's do it. Let's try. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, I expect it to fail anyway. But hey, if something works, awesome. Let's go. So what? So you spent 14 hours doing something. Great. You've wasted a lot more than 14 hours in the past 2 weeks. Why is this thing so important? Knots in your stomach equals go time.
That's the title of this episode.
All right. If you want to see Mark and I talk about how to make the most of your current situation and build a better life for yourself, check out the video right there next to us. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and we'll see you there.